Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Michael Flores, and if you're new to M&G, I want to welcome you. We're getting started here, and things are moving really quickly, and we're really excited to have you. Let me apologize first for anyone that was here last week. We're in the middle of two severe winter storms. We lost power here about a half hour ago. So this training is going to move a little faster than I had hoped. Glenn is not with us tonight. He lost power already, and if you can hear that tick, tick, ticking in the background, that's the ice hitting my window just outside my office window here. So if everything goes black, you'll know what happened. Okay, so what we're going to do here tonight is I'm going to introduce you to the back end, the office of the autoresponder system, the list building system. I'm going to give you a walkthrough. If we still have electricity towards the end of this, I'm going to take a few questions. Now, I'm running this webinar by myself. Usually it would be Glenn along with me, and he'd be helping me out with some of the questions in the background. But obviously he's not going to be here unless his power comes on in the middle. So it may not be as smooth as I would like, and I may have to look at my screen here and there and bounce around. But hopefully you'll get enough out of this to be able to really maximize your list building with the system. I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with the compensation plan, but it is pretty generous. And if you use the webinar system, the list building system, the way I'm going to show you, you can generate income in your existing business or any other offer that you may have, as well as with M&G Home Business. And if you have a downline, this is a gold mine for you, because this system is going to advertise your existing business effectively and generate real-time leads for you. So imagine if you had everyone in your downline doing the same thing. They would be growing your existing downline by advertising effectively. And if anybody who's been in the network marketing or multi-level marketing industry knows that 97% of the people that you refer are going to fail. And they're going to fail because they don't know how to advertise. They can't get traffic, they can't get people to their websites, and they just end up maybe referring their friends and family. With a system like this, generating leads and building a list, your downline members and yourself will be able to advertise effectively, and the ball will start rolling in the right direction. And the more people you have using the system below you, the faster that ball is going to roll. So with that, I'm going to be doing some screen sharing with you. If you have a question, please fill it out there right under the screen that you're looking at right now. I'll try to get to it. If for some reason I don't, I will contact you after the webinar to answer your question. But we're going to do I'm going to do my best tonight as a one-man show running this entire thing. Okay, so let me get over here to my screen share, and we're going to take a look at the back office. Now, if something goes wrong and the screen share stops, we're having a lot of power issues, so hopefully that won't happen. But without Glenn on the line, I won't know if the screen is not sharing. So I just got my fingers crossed that everything's going to work fine. If not, just let me know in the questions, and I'll get over there. I'll check every once in a while to make sure you guys are seeing what you're supposed to be seeing. All right, so let's take a look at this. Okay. If you've already logged into your back office, you know what this is. This is the main console of your list building system. Now here I have an extra autoresponder that I've added. I just added it real quick before this webinar, so you won't see this unless you create your own. You have in front of you here, you have two existing autoresponders. The first one is the one that we load your daily prospects into, and you'll see that number here in new leads daily. Now, I had 1,750 added to my system today, but I'm on the same system as you, as 300 a day. But just to make sure we had a bunch of leads generated today, we added a bit extra. And you'll be able to upgrade your account to get more prospects loaded daily after you've been with us for a month. And the reason we keep you from upgrading right away is because we want to make sure everybody gets in, everybody understands the system, and everybody has it set up properly before you start spending more money. Now, if you wish to upgrade, you can. You don't have to. You'll do fine with the 300 a day. Okay, so there's my new leads a day. right there, the 1,750. You'll have, like, Glenn is very generous with this, and if you're on a 300 a day, you'll probably notice that you have 700 or 800 there. That's to get this started, because the first day that you get your system, there's, we'll just say 300 people there. So 300 people are going to see your offer. Then the next day, you're going to have another new 300 people, and the 300 people from the first day are going to be shown your offer again. So every day you add new people. So it takes the system a good 2 weeks before you have the maximum number of people seeing your offer every single day. So the system may start slow, but it slowly starts building momentum, and if you use it properly, you can help it out even better. Okay, so active leads in your first autoresponder it means nothing, because when a lead is active, they're automatically placed in the second autoresponder, which is the one where you have your personal list. Pending leads. The pending leads are the number of leads that are in the system being shown your offer. Now, there is a 5-message series in this first autoresponder, and I'll show you those messages in a minute, but those are just to pique interest, show the prospects your offer, and if the prospects are interested and they click on a link, then they are automatically placed into the second autoresponder, and you're going to get an instant notification that someone has seen your offer and has been added to your list. Now, if you're online, when you get that email, it looks like Glenn has joined us. Glenn, thanks for showing up here. I left you a link where you can monitor questions for me. I'd appreciate it if you could. Let me make sure we're still here. Okay, Glenn, that's you. Anyways, let me get back to this. So if you're online, when you get that notification that a new person has been added to your personal list, you can literally come back here into this system, get that person's contact information, and call them right away. And you can actually, and I've done this, you can actually catch people while they're still on your website, which is very powerful stuff, because I can tell you this, that when I was starting out and I was looking for a way to make money online, I clicked on a lot of links. If someone had contacted me while I was on their website, I can tell you that I would probably still be working with that person today, 14 years later. Okay, so that's powerful stuff. So now that's your pending leads. So now over here, you can actually download all those leads if you want. And I'm not going to click on that now because I'm not sure how the screen share will work, but if you click on download all leads, you're going to get a pop-up window that asks you to save your file. You can then open up that file, and you'll have all of those prospects, all of their names, their contact information, their phone numbers. You can do whatever you want with those. You cannot email using a broadcast anyone in this first autoresponder, because they have not seen your offer, they have not requested information from you, and that would basically be spam. So the second autoresponder is the one where you're going to be doing broadcasts, and we'll get into that in just a moment. So what I'm going to do now, or actually let me go over this part here. The daily leads, the leads that are uploaded to your account daily, you can go in there and download them the same day they're uploaded. So if you're really proactive and you don't want to wait for the system to generate your personal list, you can download these files daily and contact those people if you wish. I download all mine daily. I keep them in a large database, and when I do mass email marketing, I'll email to those leads. But I suggest, if you're not set up for bulk email marketing, that you do not just randomly go out and email these people. There's some tricks to the trade that will keep you safe from spam complaints and things like that. So you can get with me or Glenn if you need support with that. Go ahead and ask the question at the bottom of the webinar, and I'll show you. We'll talk some other time about how you can set up your own system for sending out mass email. Okay, so we'll go into broadcasting in just a second. So that's what everything here is in the front. You have your first autoresponder that generates the leads and your list members that are added to your second autoresponder here. So let's take a look at that first autoresponder. And my system's running a little slow right now. We've got a lot of issues with power, and at times the server can be a little busy, so sometimes it takes a moment or two to get over into the autoresponder, but once you're in there, it moves a little quicker. So we'll just wait here for a second while this loads. There we are. Okay, so this looks exactly the same as the other autoresponder. This first one is the one, like I said, it's the first one. These people have all been added to become members of your personal list, but they are not yet. So as you see, Glenn has some things here to, a couple of offers, and we're going to be adding a direct link to the members area at M&G, but it's not there yet. We'll get that there in the coming days. So let's just take a look over here on the left-hand side. Of course, you have your billing here. We take care of that all through M&G Home Business, and you won't see anything there unless for some reason your payment doesn't go through. Then you might see something there, and we'll contact you if there's issues with that. So now you have your subscriber stats. Remember, these are subscribers to the first list. And if you remember the pending leads number that I showed you on the first page, it's really close to this number here. Okay, so these are people that are being shown or have been shown the 5-message series showing your offer. Active is people that are added to the active list, but they would not show up here. Again, these people would show up in your second autoresponder, which is your personal autoresponder. You have the pending number, the number of people that have unsubscribed. They've been shown your offer, they weren't interested, they clicked the unsubscribe button, and they've been added here. Now, new subscribers, all of this stuff will be blank because all of this is really just basic information that isn't important to you until they are on your second list, which we will look at in a minute. So unsubscribe stats breakdown, this is all pretty straightforward, but just to be thorough, I'm going to go through all this. You have for the day, the week, the month, and the year. Okay, then you have miscellaneous stats. You can add custom questions. You can edit this message series, but it's very important that you pay attention to what I'm going to show you here so you don't damage the system. All right, so that's all of that. And then you have down below here, you have all of the active people, or a large number of the active people on your list. Now these are people that are still going through the 5-message series. So you're only shown the last 20 active and the last 20 pending subscribers. But that's really not important to you right here in this autoresponder. So let's take a look at some of the menus up here at the top. You have your autoresponders. Now, if you wanted to add your own autoresponder, remember at the beginning of this you saw that I had 3. You simply have to click on this button and add an autoresponder. Now, we'll go into that in another training session. A lot of this we're going to skip simply because I'm worried we're going to lose power. Okay, so if you have specific questions and you want to add an autoresponder and it's before our next training, let us know. Glenn and I will gladly help you. Now you can select the autoresponder, and that will take us back to the first page where you saw my 3 autoresponders. So you can switch between autoresponders. Now configuration. There's some important things in here. Okay, so you have your autoresponder from settings. So when messages go out from the autoresponder, the from is where this is where you're going to set the from. So if you want it to be from your name, you would add that there. Let's just click on that real quick. Now, I am being sent, anybody who gets this email from this system, from me, from my system, is going to see from Michael Flores, and here is the email address that I'm going to use, that I've been using. I'm going to change that now to admin@M&G. There it is. I'll just click on that. So when I do that, now all the future emails that go out will have Michael Flores, admin@mnghomebusiness.com as the sender of that email. And do that. Then you have confirmation email message. So when someone clicks on when someone opts in, they get a confirmation email message. You don't necessarily have to do anything in this autoresponder, but you might want to do that in the next one, and we'll go into that. It's not too important. If you click on it, it's pretty self-explanatory. Campaign settings. You do not want to mess with this here in this autoresponder. This is set up, this first autoresponder is set up and optimized to generate the most personal subscribers to your list as it can. Just don't mess with it. If you want to go in there and take a look at it, you can, but I'm not going to do that here on this training session. I'd hate to lose power and not be able to get to what I really want to get to today. All right, so you have custom personalization tags. Now this you're going to want to take a look at, okay? You have custom tags that you can put into the message. Now this is very important because what a lot of the problems that we've seen are people have gone into the autoresponder session messages and put their own URL in the body of the message. That does not work because this system needs to have a code for a link so that it knows when somebody clicks, it can track it, and it can place people in your personal autoresponder and notify you immediately. So if you put your own link in there without using the code, you're just completely destroying the system, and it will not work for you. So custom tags. I have links in here that when I put this code into the message, my custom one, this link will be pasted into it, into replacing that particular merge text. I'll go into this more, into the merge fields more when we get to customizing messages. But you're going to want to come in here and put the links to either your existing business, or if you want to advertise the system itself, M&G Home Business itself, you can just go in here and put your referral URL in custom tag 1. You can put any links you want in it, as in up to 50 different tags, and easily add them to your messages by using my custom 1, my custom 2, all the way to my custom 50. We'll go into how to use those in just a moment, but that's what that section is, your custom personalization tags. Now your custom URL tags. This is the link that is automatically placed in your message series. So this is the offer that is being shown in the 5 message series that is being sent to your subscribers. So you're going to want to make sure that this is either your existing link to whatever business or whatever product you're promoting, or to your M&G Home Business referral link. And there's going to be added links. We'll go into that next week, Tuesday. No, not Tuesday, I'm sorry. Wednesday and Thursday next week, we're having both a prospecting training and autoresponder training. We'll go into more depth of different things that I missed tonight on Thursday. But Wednesday we'll go into the different aspects of your back office of M&G Home Business, and also how to find your different referral pages in M&G Home Business. Okay, so that's the first link. Then the second link as well, you can put whatever you want in there. I have an Empower Network in here right now, which is not something I'm working. I just haven't been back here to change this. So what I'll do here is just put http www.mngconference.com. So now, by doing that and coming down here and clicking the save, that link, that M&G Conference and mnghomebusiness.com, has automatically been added to all of my existing autoresponders in this 5 message series. So you do not want to change your links by going into the messages themselves. Change them here so that the system can continue working the way it's supposed to. Okay, so that's your custom tags and your custom URLs. Now you have your email header and footer. I'm not going to go over that. It's not too important, but it's pretty easy. You click on it. You can add message header, message HTML, footer text, and footer HTML back here. I'll do that only if you're pretty confident that it's going to look good. You don't want to decrease the effectiveness of your message series by putting some really amateur looking stuff here. I suggest that you just leave it the way it is. Glenn, there's some pounding back there going on. I don't know what that is. I suggest you leave it the way it is, just the plain text messages that are going out, because they inbox better. But if you know what you're doing, you can come back here and customize all of this. Then you have your sign up success redirect, your confirmation required redirect. All of this stuff we're going to go over in another training session. I don't want to miss the more important things a little bit later in this training. You know, this stuff is pretty, it can be complicated if you're not familiar with what these terms mean, like setting up custom questions, demographics, set up reminders, things like that. They're really simple. You can kind of go through them yourself and figure it out, but I suggest you don't do anything that you're not sure of in the system, and we'll make sure that you understand everything and get the most out of this, but we can't do it all in one night because, as you can see, there's a lot of stuff back here. All right, so that's it for the configuration that I want to do tonight.
Hey, Mike, real quick. Mike, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
I didn't even know you could hear me. Okay. Hey, just to keep it real simple, a lot of that is we take care of already. You know, so they don't have to worry about a lot of that. You know, like you kind of went over with the header, the footer. The reason we don't use that is we're told that by emailing it out, it sometimes pulls up a red flag. You know, and then you get either bounced or blocked. So we don't. That's why we don't use that. And of course, some of the other stuff, I can't run it down with mine. I can't see exactly. But a lot of that stuff we take care of. You know, I try to keep it real simple.
Yeah, that's right. So don't really do anything there unless you really know what you're doing, because like Glenn said, it doesn't inbox as well if you add HTML and header information. So the system is set up and optimized to be most effective. Glenn has worked with this system for years, and there's been a lot of testing done, and the way it's set up is the most effective way. Now, obviously, we are open to suggestions, and we're always testing new methods. So if you know of one, please let us know. We're happy to discuss it with you, and if it works, we'll implement it for everyone. But for now, don't worry about any of this stuff unless you really know what you're doing. Okay, now, the next section is the form code. Now, the form code is great because what you can do with the form code, and you don't want to do it in this autoresponder, you would do it in your personal autoresponder. The form code allows you to create your own form, and you can add it to your own landing pages, your own capture pages. So you can actually, like an Aweber sign-up form. So if you have squeeze pages or landing pages that you use, you can easily come back here, generate a code, and add that to your landing pages and get people opting directly into your personal autoresponder. So that's awesome. Now your messages. Here I want to spend a little time on your messages. This is the 5-message series that is going out for you now. So as you can see, I added one here, but you might have 6. Glenn, do they have 5 or 6 in their system now?
No, Mike, no, I'm here, Mike. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
No, there's only 5, and there should only be 5.
Okay, yeah, I added a 6, so that's what I thought. All right, so there's only 5 here, and that, if you want to add more messages to go out, talk to Glenn and I and let us help you do that, because really these people that are getting these messages have requested generic information about a home-based business. So we're sending them because they requested from us. They did not request information from you, which is why there are 2 autoresponders. This one is sending out by us, showing them your offer. When they see your offer and click on your link, they become your subscribers, and you can mail and contact them completely legitimately without fear of spam complaints or anything like it. So these are the messages that you'll see there, and as you'll notice, they're not specific at all. They are information you requested. Here's the information you requested. This is the merge tag. So the subscriber, the prospect's first name is put there. So let's say the person's name is Bob. This would be replaced with Bob. So Bob, information you requested. Then 3 days later, Bob, I've been trying to reach you. Within these emails, and I'll show you here, to the right of them you see the edit, the C. What's the C, Glenn? I forgot.
That's the to change the message type.
Okay, change.
And we don't use that anymore.
Okay, so we don't use that. We'll probably end up getting rid of that. But that's
we
edit.
restricted it.
Yep, and you want to go overall.
You can hit edit, Mike.
All right. Okay, I'm going to hit edit, and that shows you the message. So here, hi Bob. This is the information you requested on your own personal home business. To see how you can have your business and actually profit from it, click here. And that link is the link that I showed you in my custom URLs. So this link goes directly to M&G Home Business. When the subscriber clicks on this link in their email, they are taken to your page, automatically added to your personal list, and you're notified instantly that that person is on your page. You can come in here and change a little bit of it to fit what you're doing. Say you're selling a product, you could come in here and say, this is the information you requested about a
Hey,
perfect
Mike,
product for home use. What?
I hate to do this to you. The first 5 messages, they can't touch them.
They can. I've
They
edited
please.
mine.
They're
Okay,
all
maybe
can spam. They're all can spam compliant. And if we see, if even my programmer sees that there's 6 messages and you got away with it, but they'll just replace those messages with new messages, and it's just click click.
Okay. All right. Well, so forget what I just said. We'll go into editing.
Yeah.
We'll
Hey,
go
but
into
Mike,
editing message.
but they can, autoresponder 2. We want them to do it. We want
Yeah,
them to add to
I'll
the
get into that.
messages and be, proactive.
Yep.
And what I'd like to mention too is the beauty of what we're doing here with this propagation link. And if I just take like 2 or 3 or 4 minutes, as we know, most systems, you can leave it on there, you can leave it back there, Mike, I guess, so I can, most systems, there's a form. So everybody says, okay, you got to have the form filled out, and then that means the person's interested. Well, in our case, our system acts the same as if the person filled out a form. All they do is click that link. That's called the propagation link. And by clicking that link, we automatically, as Mike said, redirect them to their capture page, their offer, their website, whatever they select. And now it's your lead for life and autoresponder number 2. And that's the beauty of our, we have many beauties of the system, but that's one of the beauties of our system, that the person doesn't have to fill out a form. Nowadays, just so everyone knows about it, CPC, a cost per click, you used to get maybe about 1 out of every 6, 1 out of every 8 people used to fill out a form if they've been redirected to it. Well, nowadays, we're in 2014. This isn't, the early 2000s. It takes, sometimes 20, 30, 40 clicks for someone to fill out a form. Of course, it all depends what that form looks like. But my point is that we don't have to worry about that because our system does it all. It does exactly what it would do if the person filled out a form. So where people are very successful, and what they're doing is if you have a company-specific follow-up system, and when Mike gets to autoresponder number 2, he can show you, okay, there's 7 messages 2 days apart. You can put your own company-specific follow-up messages in there. It could be 30 messages, 80 messages, whatever you like. It's called automation, guys. Let's show people as many presentations as we can via basically redirecting people to your website, your capture page, your movie, as many presentations as possible, automation, and then you come home, you see what people were redirected to your site, quick little phone call, and that's really all it takes to build the bridge to those people. In other words, what we're doing is we're putting people out in front of you. And now what you have to do is build that bridge so you meet in the middle and then show that person your opportunity. And, of course, your sale.
Okay.
Okay, that's all I had, Mike. Uh-huh.
All right, thanks, Clinton. All right, so really, let me just go back here and look at well, you only have 5 messages here. So really, we've seen everything that you can do back here. If you want to edit what they're seeing at any given time, again, you go to configuration, and your custom URL tags will take care of that. All right, so let's go to the main autoresponder, and to do that, we go to autoresponders, go to select autoresponder. We're taking back to our main page, and then the second autoresponder is where that's where you're going to be doing all of your magic. All right, so it looks exactly the same as the other, but you'll notice here on the left-hand side that you have a little bit more information. So you have your subscriber stats, which you had over there. So total 836. active, which means they're still getting messages, 674, which means that I should probably go back there and add a few more messages to continue the autoresponder series. And like Glenn said, you can have 150 messages going out over 10 years, whatever you want to do, and you can send broadcasts, and I'll show you that in a moment. But here's your subscriber stats. My total 836, active 674. There's none pending because they are, once they're on this autoresponder, it's because they've already been through the first series, they clicked the link, they've seen your website, and now they're on your list. Unsubscribes, I have 87. None banned, I haven't banned anybody. Today, I have 7 new list members. This week, I have 19. I have 56 new ones this month, and since January, I have 500. Now, I don't know what you think of those numbers, but what I can tell you is a cost per acquisition of a subscriber is generally anywhere from $2 to $3.25 to get steady subscribers. When you break it all down, what you pay for cost per click, when you pay for Facebook ads, when you pay for your traffic, your SEO, that's what they break down to. So just this year, if we'll just even out the number and say it's $2 cost per acquisition, I've got about $1,000 worth of subscribers in here now. So 497 and growing by a rate of like 7 today, okay? And remember, I had a few more added today. You can upgrade after you've been with us for 30 days, and we'll show you how to do that at that point. But you're going to start to see subscribers come in more regularly as the list builds, as the system builds momentum. Like I told you, you get the first subscriber the first day, then you get the new prospects the next day, and the system gains speed as you move along. So then you have your miscellaneous stats. So you'll see here I have one custom URL tag, I have 17 messages set up, and I've sent one broadcast from this system. So as you can see, this isn't my main system. This isn't the one that I use all the time, but it's active and it's building without anything from me. I have not done anything to increase or decrease these numbers in this particular account. By being proactive, coming back here and using the system, using the contact manager, and adding your messages and sending broadcasts, you can do a heck of a lot more than I've done with this system. And please, if you run into any difficulties at any given time, if you have questions that we don't touch tonight, please contact us. Glenn and I try to make ourselves available all the time. If you send us an email to admin@mnghomebusiness.com, we'll get back to you as quickly as possible. We're also going to be starting a chat system where we can monitor that on a regular basis, all day long, and you can get a hold of us instantly. It's not set up yet, but we're figuring out the best way to do that. We're probably going to use Skype, but we're not real sure. But we'll let you know when that happens. But bottom line is we're always available anytime you need it. So we have the configuration, which we've gone over. We have the form code. This is the form code you're going to want to use, the one in your second autoresponder. If you want to add the form to your active sales pages, squeeze pages, lead capture pages, that's what you're going to do. So the messages. All right, so let's go into viewing and editing the messages. Now, there is a 15-message series that is pre-written and already loaded with your whatever your link is, whatever your offer is, and all that these messages are designed to do is to build you up in your subscribers' eyes. So to give you credibility, to show that you know your stuff. You can do whatever you want. These messages are here for those that don't really want to do anything but build a list and send broadcasts. But if you want to edit a message, so my particular link went to a page with a video. So my subject line here says, do you have any questions after reviewing my video? So let's take a look at that message. Okay, here's the HTML version on top, and here is the plain text version below. The system automatically knows what the recipient can receive. So the system when it connects and communicates with the recipient's server, it finds out if it can accept an HTML message. If it can, it automatically sends the HTML message. If it can't, it sends the plain text message. Personally, in my broadcasts, only send plain text, only because it gets inboxed much better. What Glenn and I were talking about earlier about adding headers, HTML headers, is that HTML messages are more difficult to land in someone's inbox. If you send HTML, there's a good chance it's going to end up in the spam folder. So the system will decide what is best and send that particular message. But let's take a look at the actual message itself. First name. This will input the person's first name, and if you look here, up here at the top, it says click here to get a list of personalization tags. Now I'm going to click that link. I don't know if you're going to see it, so I'm going to do a quick switch here, so just bear with me. So here are the personalization tags. Glenn, can you see that?
Mike, I'm with you, yeah.
Can you see the personalization tags on the webinar?
We cannot.
Okay, then let me go over here. I'm going to do a quick switch here, okay? So let me do a screen share and take a look at that. All right, these are your personalization tags. So as you can see, when you add this text to your message, it will automatically add the subscriber's full name. You can add all of this information automatically. Now remember where I told you to put custom URLs. Let's say you have 4 or 5 offers you want to show. You would just put those offers in the custom URLs under the configuration tab, and then anytime you want to use that link, you would just do custom tag 3 and just paste that right into where your message is. Now you cannot see the autoresponder now in this training, but you see the merge tags. What I do when I'm creating a message is I open this window and I have it right next to me where I can see it while I'm writing my message, and anytime I need to access something, I just come over here, I copy it, paste it into my message. All right, so I'm just going to go back here to the main part here. Now just imagine you have those custom tags sitting over here somewhere where you can see them. So the message here, first name, as you probably saw the video, blah, blah, blah. This is the sales message. Now the link right here, click right here, right now. You can't see the link here, but I'll show you in the text version. Click here right now. I added my URL 7, my custom URL 7. So whatever link I have for that, that's where that'll be automatically placed in there. And because I used the merge tag that I was supposed to use, when someone clicks on that link, I'll be able to track that, and we'll go into the statistics here. Now I have my signature, which is my first name, my last name, my third URL. I have my URL 4 down here. I have my email, my phone, and 2 other URLs, 6 and 7. Now, if I don't have anything personalized in those tags, like URL 6, URL 7, that would be blank in the recipient's email. But I have them there for my own personal signature. So that's a message. If you want to come in here and edit these messages, it's as easy as opening the message and changing the text. It's real simple. As you probably saw from my video, you can now literally steal and use personal form. Okay, so that right there, what I just did, I am going to save the message and go back to my message manager. Now every single person that gets that message will have the new edited version, and you can go in here and edit any of these messages any way you want. And I'm going to say it again, use the tags. You can go in here and just put whatever link you want in here and it'll still work. It'll still show your offer, but you won't be able to track it and you won't be able to know who's clicking and when. Okay, so it's important that you use those tags. All right, so that's the message series. As you see here, these are going out 2 days apart, so I have 17 messages. That's going to give me 34 days that this series goes out. So once someone clicks on my link in the first autoresponder, they're added to this autoresponder where they now will receive a message from me every 2 days for the next 34 days. So that's awesome. You can now add a message to this. So I'm going to set up, should I do a plain text or an HTML? Let me just do an HTML. I'm going to add a HTML message. Now this is going at the end of the series, okay? So this right here, message delays sent from last message. If I want this message to go out 1 day after the last message, then I'll put a 1 here. If I want it to go out a week after, I'll put 7. A month after, I'll put 30. You get the point. All right, so I'm just going to put 2 here. I'm going to delete this message afterwards, so I'm going to just mess around here for a little bit. So I'm going to get my form code from what you cannot see right now. I'm going to copy the form code for the first name. And let me just do that real as quick as I can here. And just put that here in the subject line. So first name. Statistics show that if you add the first name to the subject, you're going to get about a 300% more open rate than you would without the first name. So first name, how are you today? Okay, you don't want to put a question mark in your subject line because that is another trigger for spam filters, so you can put ... or whatever. Just don't use a question mark there at the top, just a quick side hint. So I'm going to put hi first name. Do not use dear first name because that is also a trigger for spam. So hi, hello, howdy, that's better. Hi first name. This is me writing my message that will go out after, it will go out 2 days after my last message. I want you to click my link to visit my great offer, and then I'm going to add my URL, which I will use custom 1. There's a question mark. I'll just put the custom 1. So now my link will go right there, and if someone clicks on it, then you obviously you're going to have someone go to your URL, and it's going to track, and you're going to know that they clicked on it. Then I'm going to add my signature. Now you can customize your own signature and have it go out, but if you can come over to the merge fields things, copy them all, and just paste them and get rid of whatever you don't, and organize it any way that you want. Okay, so now there's my HTML message. Now I can also add the text message, the plain text message. I'll just copy that and paste it down here. I strongly suggest that anytime you're creating an HTML message that you also create the plain text. Even if you don't want them to see that, it's better than them seeing nothing, because if this system is emailing somebody and immediately notices that they do not accept HTML messages, if you don't have anything down here, it'll just skip them, and that's just a waste. So at the end, when your message is the way you want it, you click Save Message, and it is added to your message series. It'll go out 2 days after the last message. Now I'm going to delete that by clicking the D here so that nobody gets that ridiculous message I just wrote. Okay, so now I have I can do another message for 18. I can move messages down so I can reorder them by clicking here. It's a simple process. You just go ahead and click on it. So that's how you go ahead and view and edit messages. Now, if you have messages that you want to copy from one autoresponder to another, you create another autoresponder, you can set to allow message copies. That's what the C is, Glenn, I remember now. The C next to the, let me get back over there. This C is to copy a message. So if you click this C, it will copy a message. You can then use it in another autoresponder or just have it in the same autoresponder, just tweak it a little bit. So for example, let's say you have a message here that's close to what you want to send a week from now. You can then copy that message and just change whatever little bit you want to change and add it to the end of your series, however many days you want. So that's what the C is. Now M, I still can't remember what the M is, so don't mess with that. Next training I'll tell you what that is, but the D is delete. So edit, copy, and delete. Okay, so that's how you deal with the autoresponder messages. Now, if you do nothing, what's going to happen is these messages are going to go out over the course of 30 days, all 15 messages, and they're going to show your offer and build you build your reputation up, show you as an expert in the field. Hopefully they'll click on your messages, and you can hopefully let your landing page do the work for you. But that's not what we want to do. What we're going to do here is go over to the stats and tracking. Now I'll backtrack a little bit in just a little bit. So you have your HTML email open stats. Now, sorry, I did not send. That's for broadcast. So let me do this here in a second. Hold on a second. Let me just get over here. Where are they? Where are they? Subscribers. Here we go. View active subscribers. So if you see here, these are all the people in your autoresponder. So now you can go in here and edit these if you want. I don't know why you would, because here is all of the information of every single person that has seen my offer and is receiving my messages. So I can come back here and get the phone number and call that person. I can email that person separately or send a broadcast from this area, which I'll show you in a second. But let's go in here and take a look at this. Edit. So here is that particular contact, right? The date added, which is the date they originally saw my message, the date they confirmed. We have all of their information, and I can add notes here. So let's say I go in here and call this guy. I say, called on 2/13. This guy was very receptive, and I need to call him in 1 week. So I click edit, and now I've added a note to that person. So I can come over here and click set up a reminder. Now I'll click on the reminder and remind myself to email this person or contact this person in a week. And when you do that, when you set up a reminder, you'll receive an email from the system that says you are supposed to call so-and-so today or whatever. So you can use this, all this, as a total contact management, lead management database as it grows. Okay, so if you'll notice here, it may not be as pretty as Aweber or as pretty as Constant Contact, but this is a professional marketing, email marketing system. You can do much more with this system than you can with your Aweber account or your iContact or whatever you may be used to using. So once you're familiar with all this stuff, you can literally run an entire campaign all 360 degrees from your system using your list. Now, as your subscriber list grows, you know, obviously you'll want to do more things with your system, but there's also going to be an option in the very near future where you can actually purchase pre-enrollees that we can automatically load into your personal list. So in other words, you can be buying list subscribers. And being a member of M&G Home Business, you're going to get those list subscribers at a wholesale cost. In other words, what we do is we'll generate form-filled leads. We'll send people to a lead capture page where they fill out a form, give us all their information. We'll confirm that information. We'll make sure that person wants to receive the information, and that will be what we call a pre-enrollee. So you'll be buying subscribers. Now that'll be available at a later time if you want to really load up your system with high quality contacts. We'll be offering that later, and it will be commissionable. So if you have somebody in your that you refer that wants to buy subscribers, you'll make money when they do. So that will be at a later date. But I seem to have lost my train of thought here. Yeah, we were just at subscribers, managing subscribers. Okay, so let's go a little bit deeper into your subscribers. You can view your pending subscribers. You can view deleted subscribers. You can add a single subscriber. But when you add a single subscriber, it may even be disabled. Glenn, is add a single subscriber disabled here? Yeah, I think it is. All right, so you can't add subscribers. The only way you can add a subscriber to this is either by purchasing pre-enrollees, and the reason we don't allow you to is because if you upload leads that have not opted into the system specifically, that is spam, and it would hurt the IP addresses that you're mailing on. So it's really more of a protection for you that we don't allow that to happen. But we can make exceptions. If you have your own personal opt-in list and it's not too big, and you can show us how you generated these, and we can confirm that they are actually your personal opt-in list, we may make exceptions and upload them for you. But there's going to be a tight control on that because we need to protect the integrity of the entire system. But that is a possibility. So, and then you can view by next message due. So you can see who's going to get what message and when. You can add custom questions. So in your configuration here, you can configure your own custom questions and then use the merge fields. And you'll see when you open that merge field thing that there is actually a merge field for your custom questions, similar to that of your custom URL. So it would be custom question, the number, and your questions. When someone clicks on the question, you would be able to see that here. So you can see who was interested enough to click on your question. You can view by demographics such as zip code or phone prefix or first name or email address or domain. You can search your subscribers by many demographics by when they subscribed. You can ban subscribers. So say somebody clicks on the link and they turn out to be a jerk and really just are, you're always going to run into that. When you're dealing with email, when you're email marketing, no matter how careful and how professional you are, you're always going to get that jerk that says, I didn't request information, and you know that it's not true because they wouldn't be getting the message if they hadn't, but you will run into those, and if you do, just, you can come back here and ban them, or just let them know if they click on the unsubscribe link that's automatically added to your messages that they will be removed. Now you can see those people that are banned. You can ban domains. Say there's a .pl domain that is just somebody that you think is a scammer, somebody you don't want to deal with. You can ban an entire domain. So you can come back here and ban all Gmail from being added. Now, obviously, I don't suggest you do that, and really, I don't see a reason why you would ban any domains back here, but it's possible you can. Then you can see the list of banned domains. You can search your subscribers. You can back up your subscriber list. You can even export them from another area, and that's from the front page, like I showed you earlier in the training. All right, so that's your subscribers. Now we'll get more in depth in other trainings, but this is pretty straightforward, and there's a lot of actions you can do with the subscribers. The next thing I'm going to show you is what I think is one of the most important things in here, and that's your ability to mail your subscribers. You can do split mailings. You can mail by custom fields. You can mail by demographics, so you can segment the leads you want to mail to. You can add a scheduled mailing, so you can set up a broadcast that goes out one time on a given date. You can view, you can see your mail history, and you can email all autoresponders and yourself. When you click this, it's going to send you all of your autoresponder messages to you, to the email address you have attached to the account. So if you want to see what they look like, you can go ahead and do that. But let's go ahead and do a mail all subscribers. Now, like I said, you can do HTML or plain text. But when I broadcast, I always use plain text. I just want it to inbox better. But you can do any way you want. If you click, you know what, let me go back. Let me go back and do HTML so you can see them both. Okay, so there's the HTML. When you click HTML, you get both HTML and text, just like with your autoresponder, and it's the same exact way that you edit your autoresponder, you create your messages. What you have down here is a what you see is what you get editor. You can use all this stuff in your HTML. You can add a YouTube video. You can add tables. You can justify your text. You can add anchors. I mean, it's a full HTML editor. But the bottom line is you're going to get your personalization tags. These are some that I've had. You're going to use your first name and your subject line. You're going to write your message. Remember to use your custom links. And when you click send mail, you email whatever group of subscribers you selected. If you just do mail all subscribers, then everyone on your list will get your message. And it will inbox, because we do not allow people to import leads, so we never have spam. We have a good sender reputation, so when you send a broadcast, they're going to get it if they're on your list. So that's the broadcast. I'm not going to go into split mailing, but split mailing is awesome. I'll just do real briefly what that is. You can have two separate messages that will go out to a different group of subscribers, and you can see which one performs better. Now, we do lots of split mailings, testing campaigns, and all the messages in your autoresponder now are the winners of many split testing to see which ones were more effective. So the 15 messages you have are great messages that have been tested. They work. So you can leave them without worrying about having poor messages go out. But split mailing is for marketers that want to test different types of campaigns and things like that. I wouldn't test campaigns on your existing subscribers, but you can if that's what you want to do. So that's your send mail. We've gone over the messages. You know what the form code is. You know the basics of configuration. You know how to access your autoresponders. Here's your stats. You can send stats to yourself. You can add, edit, and manage tracking links. So if you go in here, you can add new tracking links. Like, so if you want to have a new site, like you want to show a new site, so this is my new offer, and I want to see how many people click on it. Okay, so let's see, I enter the cost for, let's say I'm showing a product that I paid $5 for. I'm selling the product for $10. The vendor that sold it to me was M&G. M&G. And the URL is mynewoffer.com. So I save that. So now I have a new tracking link. Anytime I want to use this link and have it tracked, I can come back here and get this link and put it into my emails, and I will track everything. It'll track my cost. It'll track how many clicks I get, how much I paid for each click. It'll calculate my profit after the campaign is done. So this is another great thing that you won't be able to do in Aweber at all. Okay, so you have that. Now you have your site tracking links. You can check your HTML email open stats. I haven't sent a broadcast, so I don't have that. I have my send stats, so anytime you send a message, you can go back in there and see the message that went out, see how many people opened, how many people clicked it, and just keep track of all of your broadcasts, which are here. All right. Then you have your account information. All right, this is your, obviously your account information, you know what that is. And then help. You can contact support, open a ticket, get help files. Now, you can also get the same help by emailing us. We're going to be starting a chat room, and we'll send you invitations to it once we have it all set up, and you'll be able to contact us that way. But that's about all I want to go over tonight. Glenn, if you can think of something basic that actually is really important to know tonight, can you think of anything I missed? You there? I guess not. Must have bored him. I hope I didn't bore everybody else. All right, so.
Hi, Mike. I'm here. I'm sorry. I thought I was muted.
Okay. Yeah. No. You weren't muted. All right.
No. You covered everything. You were very thorough. The system has so much. I always try to let people know that they don't need to do a lot of that, but it's good to know. It's good to bring all that out and show them, because it does have it has everything, the system. just like you showed, the tracking links. Um, I'm trying to think if there's anything that you might have missed, but you covered everything. I mean, subscribers, we can reset all finished subscribers. That's something that the system does too. If it runs through a whole, say the system runs through all 20 messages or 30 messages, you just hit subscriber, go to reset all finished subscribers, you can start at message number one. So it's just, it has a lot. It really does. And all they have to do, Mike, is just let the system work, add messages. Please add messages to autoresponder 2. You have unlimited autoresponders. I can't stress the fact more about unlimited autoresponders. And Mike showed you how to move them. Go to campaign settings, and right from the campaign settings, you just go and you can move them from message 2 to 3, 2 to 4, whatever you want to do. 3 to 4, 3 to 5.
We'll go over that. We'll go over that in another training.
Yeah,
that's
so
something I didn't touch on.
There's a lot that they can do.
Right. Okay, good. Now we have a couple of questions, not a lot. I would expect a few more, but we got a couple. We got Michael Green. Hey, Michael, welcome. We're glad to have you. You're interested in learning about mass mailing. I will contact you at the email address we have here tomorrow. We'll do a phone consultation. I'll talk to you about mass emailing, how to set up a good system, what you're going to need, and I'll be happy to answer that question. So actually, if you want to do me a favor, Michael, and send an email to admin@mnghomebusiness.com, I'll reply to that after this webinar and set up a time to talk to you tomorrow. Is that okay? Then we also have Ruben. Ruben, welcome. Welcome to the webinar. Is this training for first-timers that have not registered yet? This training is for anybody who wants to learn about our system. If there are any prospects on this call, welcome. We want to work with you. If you were brought here by somebody that's already a member, make sure you get with them to get their referral link. You don't want to sign up from corporate. You want to get into that onto that person's team. If they're promoting, you want to definitely get on with them, because the way we have the matrix set up is this company is just starting out. We are just getting going. The system has been around for a while and it's been tested, so it works wonderfully. And the reason Glenn and I are doing this is because we're good at it. This is what we're good at. And there is a lot of money in personal lists. Your personal list is going to be a gold mine for as long as you work online. There's absolutely nothing more valuable than a personal list. If you quit M&G in the future and go on to something else, this list is going to go with you. You can export it, take it with you, and this list is going to go with you. But this is huge. If you have a downline and they are not succeeding, you have people that you've referred that are not doing well, tell them about this system. Give them your link. Let them come get the system, and you're going to make money when they get the system. You're going to get paid 100% of their sign-up fee, and you're going to get a monthly commission check every time they pay. So make sure they get on, and they will advertise. They'll have this entire system working for you and your downline. So if you have 50 people below you in your multi-level marketing company and they all have this system, you have 50 people below you that are building your downline faster than they would without it, and you have 50 people below you in M&G Home Business also making you money. That is the genius of this system, if I do say so myself, is that it can be a standalone. If you don't want to make money, you don't have to make money, but your list is going to grow no matter what you're doing, no matter what it is. So yeah, the list is really, really important. So what I'd like to do now is just see any more questions. No, it doesn't look like we have any more questions. Paula, welcome. I see you're on here. These are members that I know of. Pete, Rob, Ruben Diaz, Scott, Kale, Charles Brooks. Scott, you're doing great, man. I really appreciate your effort. You're doing really, really well. Charles Brooks, Dwayne Mobley. You got Dwayne Mobley just joined. He's got 2 people he referred already, if not 3 by now, and he's killing it. Fred, JB Richards, welcome to the webinar. Gene, Jesus, Karen, There's too many people to go over right now, but those are the members that I know of. A lot of you, I don't recognize your names, so you're probably here for the first time. I really appreciate your being here. Thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead and end this webinar, but we're going to have at least 2 of these every week. We're going to have a training and a prospecting. So,
hey, Mike?
Yeah.
Hey, not to cut you off real quick before you close the call. I got a question here from Ruben Diaz. Very important. He says, hey, guys, this seems like this is a lot of information. It looks like it's too much work. I want to clarify that, guys. It runs by itself. If you didn't do anything, the system will run by itself. And if you only did 5 or 10 minutes a week of work, because once it's set up, it's set up. You know, I don't know if you heard the question he had, Mike, Ruben Diaz.
No, go ahead.
He said, Glenn, this sounds like it's a lot of work. This might be too much work. So I'm just explaining to him that it's not. This is one of the easiest things, guys. This is more simplified than any list builder out there. It will run by itself, completely by itself. We're just telling you the extra things to do, like adding messages and so forth.
Yeah, you don't have to do any of that, Ruben. You don't have to do anything like that. See, here's the great thing, not only about what we're doing as a company, but the fact that you're in this right now. There are literally less than 100 people in this company right now. And you are at the top of a matrix that you just sit there, let the list builder build the list. You are going to have spillover. There are going to be people below you in this matrix that you had nothing to do with, and if they're on your first level, you're going to get 33% of their monthly fee, whether it's gold, platinum, and we'll go over those membership levels as we roll them out. But you don't have to do anything. That system, what I just showed you, those 2 systems, all those messages, the first 5 and the last 15, they will all work without you doing anything. Every day new people will see your offer. Every time somebody clicks on your offer, they're going to be added to your personal list. You can do with that list whatever you want. If you're here in M&G Home Business as a business and you don't care about the list building, then don't do anything. Just promote it. Tell people about the automated list building. You get 100% when they sign up and a commission every month that they pay, and your list will grow. Eventually, you're going to see the power of having your own personal list, and then you can go in and do all the stuff I just trained you to do. But if you signed up and you filled out that form and you have your system, the system is working for you right now as we're sitting here. You don't have to do a darn thing. So that was one of the things that I was a little hesitant about training people that have just got in the system, because I didn't want them to think the system was complicated, because there's a lot you can do, but you don't have to do a single thing. All right, Ruben, I hope that helps. But if you run into something where you feel that you're over your head, give us a call. It'll probably take a 2 or 3 minute conversation, and we'll clear it up for you. There will be no confusion. It's really simple. We want to make sure. Let me just, before I sign off here, let me just make sure that we don't have any other questions. Where is it? Manage questions. Oh, yes, okay. Jesus, so if I want to do M&G only, do I have to do anything? No, I think I just answered that. No, you don't have to do anything. If you want M&G to be your business, then when you fill out the form after you sign up, just put your M&G referral link in there, and the system will work showing M&G to everybody that gets added to your list. And you'll have your M&G referral ID when you sign up. As soon as you sign up, you'll get access to the back office, and in the quick start section of the back office, you're going to see your referral link and a link that says click here to get your system set up. Just copy that link, copy your referral link, click on that link, and put that in as your URL, and then you're advertising the system itself. It works great. Then we got Charles Brooks. Charles, welcome. I got on late. I am lost in working program. Well, I'm not sure what program you're referring to, whether you're talking about working the actual marketing system or the list building system. But at the end of this webinar, there's going to be a replay. You can watch this entire webinar again. There's no problem. You can go through it again. But if there's something that I didn't go over, you can contact us at admin@M&G Home Business, and we'll get back to you and clear it up. Then we have Jesus again. Where do our commissions go? They go to you. As simple as that. They go to you. We are using PayPal right now. We're going to be adding a few other payment options as well, but it will go directly to your PayPal. We're going to pay on the 15th and the 1st of each month. So we got a paycheck coming up for quite a few of you who have referred people. You're going to get your fast start bonuses. All those $49.95 payments will go to you. And then at the end of the billing cycle, on the 15th and the 1st, you'll get your monthly commissions as well. So that's where your commissions go. Ruben, excellent. Thanks. You're welcome. Thank you. I appreciate it, Ruben. Thanks. Jesus, I think the list building will make sense in future training. Could be. Could be. The list building is what it is. It's building your personal list. Now, a personal list is, like I've said, is the most important tool you will have if you're planning on making money online. Without a personal list, you're starting from square one every single day. With a personal list that grows, you have relationships with everyone on that list, and when you offer a product, you have people to offer it to. When you want to sell something, when you want to say something, you have people waiting there to listen to you. So the list is the most important thing. And then Ruben, how soon we get paid to our PayPal accounts? I just went over that on the 1st and the 15th. Okay, so we got one coming up on the 15th. That's 2 days from now. And then 15 days later, you get another one. And then Charles Brooks, thanks. You're welcome. Thank you. PayPal, cool. Thank you. Okay, so all right, so these are comments. Good. All right, so I'm just going to wait here for another 2 seconds or so and see if there's any other questions. If you missed any part of this, you can come right back here in about an hour and it'll be posted. You'll have the replay there. You can go through the entire thing. And since it is then not going to be live, it's going to be a video, you'll be able to scrub through the video to get to parts that interest you and skip all my bull crap. Okay? All right, so I think that's it. Glenn, if you want to say something else.
No, Mike, you've covered it all. We'll just say good night now and until the next call.
Yep, good night, and then keep an eye out for broadcasts. We're going to be sending out a couple of broadcasts this week announcing the webinar schedule. And remember, tell your downlines or tell the people you know that you're working with that this is an automated system. You get a lot of emails saying that all you have to do is sign up to make money. I'm not saying you can just sign up and sit there and become rich, but this is really, truly the only system where you can do as little or as much as you want with the system, and it will always work. Bottom line is, if you never sign up a single person, you're still coming out of this ahead because you're getting a list, which is the most important thing you can possibly have. So with that, I'm Michael. Thank you very much. We'll be working closely with you. We're always here for you. Have a great Thanksgiving. I hope you've already bought your flowers and everything, and you can have a great dinner with your loved ones, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Okay, everybody. Thank you. Good night.